Good morning, students. Very happy to see you again. So, how are you doing? How is everything with you?
Good morning, sir. We're good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you very much. So, I hope that all the students are joining, and we have already got 26 students. That means half of the total students have already joined. So let us wait for maybe 1 or 2 minutes before we get all the students. Okay. Today we are going to start with the discussion about some shortcut keys that are usually used for selecting different cells and ranges. Actually, these shortcut keys or these ways of selecting the cells are very common, and you will be using these things very frequently. Nobody will be asking you, show me how to select the range of cells and all these things. Probably these are something that will not be asked during your assessment, during your exam, but these are something that will make your work very, what should I say, very flexible, and very easy. So this is why learning these things are very important, and I'm sure that many of you already know about that. Okay, so let us create a kind of random table of data so that we can see how the things take place. Okay, so for example, let's put some very simple data like serial number. So I'm just copying it up to 10 or 12. Okay, then we can use month, January, February, and so on. So we can, so I'm actually creating this for your practice, so that I can show you how you can select different elements or different cells or different ranges. So let's say we have a sales revenue as well. Sales revenue, or simply sales rev. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. So let's say just randomly, don't worry about what I'm writing here. We'll just take some random values. Different values in different. So tell me some names of the Indian states. Like I know about the West Bengal.
Punjab.
Telangana.
Yeah. Correct me if I mispronounce. Punjab, P-A-N-J-A-B, right?
PUN, sir.
PUN, sir.
U-N, okay. P-U-N-J-A-B. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Then again,
Telangana.
spelling
TELANGANA.
E-E-L-A-N-G. Okay, that's sufficient. Then
MP, Madhya Pradesh.
Madhya Pradesh.
You can just
MP.
write MP. Yeah.
Okay, that's easier.
Sir, AP, Andhra Pradesh.
Andhra Pradesh. Okay, then
DELHI, Delhi.
D-E-L-H-I. Okay, that I know. Then
Mumbai. Sorry, Maharashtra.
Kerala, sir.
Maharashtra. Spelling M-A.
AHARASHTRA.
S-H-T-R-A. Then
Kerala.
spelling
KERALA.
Kerala. We call it Kerala. Then any other?
TN, sir, Tamil Nadu.
Tamil Nadu.
You can write TN.
Okay.
Goa, sir.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. I think we can copy some of them here and there. Oh, sorry. Okay, it's fine. Okay. So these are the states, sales revenue, and then we already have the information. Let me put it here. Delete. Okay. So I will do some formatting that we have shown in the last class so that things are clear to us. Okay. Bold, underline, etc. Now it looks better. Okay, now if we click the cell A1, the cell A1 is the home cell actually, it is the first cell. So if you want to go to the last used cell, you just want to go and select the cell, and that is the last cell in the whole range of data. Then you can use the shortcut key Control End. Okay, Control End. Unfortunately, actually, I'm using Mac, so I don't have Control End here. Anyway, so if you press Control End, then the cell will go to the last used cell. It will go to the last used cell. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir. Sir, I have a doubt.
Yeah,
So may
I'm
I
listening.
ask?
Please. Yeah, please.
Sir, I do not know how to.
How to?
So, can you suggest tips to make notes, like how to remember these things? Because, in the previous class, you told us how to drag and the numbers will come automatically. I tried, but I do not remember how to do that. So, how do we make notes?
Yeah, that is very important. You have raised a very crucial issue. Actually, it is not possible to remember after attending the class, even with full attention. The only way you can remember is to learn by doing. After completing the class, you should, because there is a recording of the class, that is useful for you. So what you can do, you can watch the class recording and do the same thing that has been done in the class, that has been done during the class. So this is the way you can remember, otherwise you cannot. I think the students of this class, all of you can actually ride cycle, right? Can you
Yes,
drive?
sir.
Yeah,
Yes.
and many of you can drive the motorbike or a scooter. Am I right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
is it possible to memorize and remember, when you have to accelerate or when you have to balance by, using using your hand, or how much to press on each pedal, how to sit on the saddle? It is not possible to remember the theory. It is only possible to become a very good rider or very good driver, by practicing. So all of you, if you really want to remember these things, you have to do the same thing that we are doing during the class, and you have to give some time. If it is a 3-hour class, then you have to give about 6 hours after the class and before the previous class. So this is the only way you can remember, otherwise not. Get me? Have you got the answer?
Yes, sir. Understood. Thank you.
So for example, now we are just selecting, because I don't have the, I think that most of you are using Windows computer, but unfortunately I'm using Apple computer. So, and I have switched very recently. So I'm not really sure what is the substitute of end, but I'm telling you that if you press Control plus N, then it will go to the last used cell of the range. So that is D13 in this case. From A1, it will go to the D13. Not only that, if the cell is initially in C5, still it will go to the last used cell of the range. And remember, sometimes, we type some value here, and then probably we delete it. And in that case, the cell can go to this cell as well, considering that it is also an used cell. Okay. So this is one way of going to the last used cell. Now, if you are anywhere in the data range and you want to go to A1, that means the home cell, very easy, press Control Home, Control plus Home. You can go there very easily. Okay. Now another thing is,
excuse me, sir.
yeah, Varush Aladi. Yeah.
Can I know what is home right now?
What is what?
Control, as you said, control plus home. Is it like
Control
Windows
home.
button?
Yeah, Windows. Okay. Then the next one is I'll be able to show you. If you want to go to the last cell, all the way down. For example, your cell C3 is selected now. Now, if you press Control plus down arrow. Okay. Control plus down arrow, and in Mac it is Command plus down arrow. So I was using Control and I was having problem anyway. So if you are anywhere in the range of data, and if you press Control down arrow, then it will go to the last point of data. And interestingly, if you press Control down arrow again, it will go to the very last row of the whole worksheet. So you can see how many rows we have. Can anybody tell me how many rows we have in Excel? This version of Excel?
So 1,48,507.
It is actually 10 lakhs, right? 10 lakhs 48. Yeah, thank you. 10 lakh 48,576. So if I want to go up again, then if we do not know the shortcut key, then it will be very difficult. We have to go one by one. We have to go one by one, like this. We have to go one by one, or we have to use the scroll bar. We have to use the scroll bar. That is also time consuming. So what you can do, you can press Control up arrow, and it will go to the next point of data, and then again Control plus up arrow, it will go to the top of the data. Sometimes some data are empty, like let us delete these two, and if we are here, if we press Control down, it will go to the end of the data. Then again it will go to the beginning of the next data. It will go to the end of the data. Then again it will go to the end of everything. So this is how you can navigate and select different cells of the worksheet. So that is about control down and control up. Similarly, you can use control right key, to go to the right of the continuous data points. And if you press again, it will go to the last point. So you can see the name of the last column is XFD, I think, right?
Yes.
So in command left, you can see this. So if we delete May, for example, then let's say we are here, control left, it will go there, control left, it will go there, then control left, it will go here. This is how you can navigate. Okay, now, so far we have seen how to select or go to different components of the data. Now what we will do, we will use the shift key, for selecting. Remember that for selecting, important key is shift. Okay, for example, control down actually moves the selection down to the last point. But if you press control shift down, then it will not only move, it will also select all the data in between. Have you got it? Have you got it or not?
Can you repeat, sir?
Yeah. Okay. So what I have said is, let's say your selected cell is C3. So if you press Control Shift down, then what is happening?
All of them
Like
are getting
previous
selected.
example, it is going to the last point of the data, and not only that, it is also selecting all the cells in between this beginning point and the end point. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now again, let us delete a portion of the data. Now let's say we are here. Now Control Shift down. You can see it is selecting only up to the available data. Then again, Control Shift down. It is going to the first point of the next bunch of data. Then again, Control Shift down. It will go to the next point of data. Then again, Control Shift down. It will select everything because in between we do not have any change. Okay. Again, Control Shift up. See, Control Shift up. Sorry. Control Shift up, Control Shift up, Control Shift up. So this is how you can actually select. Again, right and left. Let's say we are here. Control Shift right.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I got a doubt. Sir, can you go to the row 17? Once?
Row 17.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, here is row 17.
Can you press and Control Shift up?
Control Shift up. Okay, it
Sir,
will go up to the first change. Why we don't know. Excel has been programmed in this manner. So it is going up to the first change of the either blank cell or data.
Okay.
So
Yes,
you have to be habituated. You have to learn how Excel behaves, and you have to be habituated with that. Okay. So you have to remember that when you go up from the blank cell, then it will not end here. Rather it will go up to the first, up to the last cell containing the data. Okay. Then Control Shift right, Control Shift right, Control Shift right. Okay, all will be selected. Similarly, left, Control Shift left. Up to the beginning of the cell containing the data. So if you start from G, then Control Shift, it will take up to the first point of the available data. Then again, if you press another time, it will go to there. So these are some of the ways of quickly selecting some components. People who can remember these shortcuts, actually they do not remember by memorizing. Rather, they remember it by doing. When they do it, when they use this kind of shortcut keys very frequently, nobody has to remind them, and they also do not need to remember. They will do it automatically. Another way is shift. I have already said, if you it is very commonly used, shift down. If you keep the shift key pressed and go down, 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 and no matter how much, how many cells you go down, all will be selected. Down, right, then the right side will be selected. Left, then it will be reduced, and again left, the left side will be selected. Up, you have to play around with all these things. After the class, practice. If you practice, then it will be easier for you. Okay. Then another one is Control Shift Home and End, as I have told you, because I don't have home or end here. So if you press Control Shift End, then what will happen? Up to the last use cell, it will be selected. Again, if you are here and if you press Control Shift Home, then the data up to the beginning of the range will be selected. And this is how you can actually use the shortcut keys for selecting the cells and ranges. And not only that, if you have your cursor anywhere in the range, if you press Control A, look what happens. Usually Excel will smartly select only the adjacent cells containing the data. That means the range of data. And if you press Control A again, it will select the whole worksheet. Do you understand? So if you are anywhere in the range of data, and if you press Control A, Excel will not, normally we know that Control A means select everything. In Microsoft Word, we have also done Control A means selecting everything. But in Excel, if you are in any cell within the range of data, and if you press Control A, it will initially select the range containing the data. But if you want the whole worksheet to be selected, then press Control A again. Then it will select the whole worksheet. Now let's see what happens if we have selected any cell out of the range of the data and press Control A. It will select the whole worksheet. Okay. So what you need to do, you need to play around with all these shortcuts probably after the class if you really want to learn. So any question up to this?
No,
Do you have
sir.
any question up to this? Okay. Now we are going to discuss about a very interesting thing in Excel. That is the graphs and charts. Graphs and charts. And you must practice the graphs and charts very well, because graphs and charts are very useful for data visualization. And whenever you do some kind of financial data analysis, after the analysis, if you want to present your findings, then data visualization will be very useful. Do you get it? So before starting that, I think all of you are in front of your computer. Am I right or wrong? Are you in front of your computer?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So everyone, please practice the shortcut keys that I have shown so far for maybe 5 minutes only. Later on you will practice more, but I want you not to forget the things. So just after the discussion, please have a practice of 5 minutes, and it is open discussion. You can ask anyone of the class and you can share any problem and you can discuss. So 5 minutes open practice and open discussion.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, actually, I'm using Ubuntu, the Linux.
Google.
No, yes, I'm using Linux, sir, as it is showing the, I'm using the LibreOffice calculator.
Yeah, I understand.
So, the shortcuts, some shortcuts are different, sir, here. Like,
Yeah, some shortcuts will be different.
yeah, in the case of Control A, it's selecting the whole sheet.
Yeah, I
I
understand.
may not.
Actually, you can do the spreadsheet operations in many softwares. Okay, for
Yes, yes.
example, you can do it in LibreOffice, you can do it in Apple Numbers, you can do it in Google Sheet. So actually, all these spreadsheet softwares work quite similarly, but definitely because these softwares are developed by different parties, so the shortcut keys, equivalent shortcut keys will be different. So you have to learn, the difference. So what you need to do very easy, if you Google, the shortcut keys for LibreOffice, then definitely you will find it. What are the equivalent shortcut keys? No problem with that. You should not have any problem with that.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, welcome. Are you practicing, students?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please do. Well, I'm sending you an Excel file for practice, in the WhatsApp group. I think all of you are added in the WhatsApp group. Anybody
Yes, sir.
has not been added? What is that? What is the name of the WhatsApp group? Corporate finance, right?
Yes, sir.
Is it possible to rename it?
Yes,
Maybe you
sir.
can.
Vanilla can do it, sir. She's the
Yeah,
CR
you
of
can.
the class.
Yeah, you can rename it to FM with software applications. Okay, FM with software applications. That will be better.
Yes, sir.
So I'm attaching a file from where we'll do the practice. Have you received?
Yes, sir, we have.
Okay. So actually, you can do the practice a little bit later after I show you how to use the graphs and charts. Okay. After our discussion today, what I will do, I will create a breakout room. Do you know about the breakout room?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So I will let the students be assigned into random groups for today only. It is not the permanent group, So and they will do one exercise. Every group will do one exercise, and after I will give you some time for doing that. You will openly discuss that. Perhaps one student will share the screen, and other students will also do the exercise in their computer. And you can also change the screen sharing according to your need. Maybe another student can share later on. So every student will help each other to learn the skill. And after that, after the time is over, the breakout room will be closed. And from every group will present. I will not ask who will present, but I expect that from every group, more than two students will present one by one how they have done the graphs and charts. Okay, they will demonstrate actually, and they will delete the graph first, and then they will recreate in front of the class. So take the exercise very lightly because it is not marked, and also take it as a collaborative exercise, and something like playing around with the Excel worksheet. It is take it like a gameplay or something like that. So the students will do the things, and other students will help to improve it. Some other students will say, well, you have done in this way, that is okay, but I have a better way of doing this. Can I show it, or can I help you to do that? Something like that. So do you agree? How is the idea?
Yes, sir. We agree.
So you can see that we have a very big table with perhaps 122 rows of data, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 columns of data. So basically, this is the monthly price of different stocks of S&P 500 of USA from July 2004 to July 2014. So you can see the names of the companies: Walmart, Yahoo, Microsoft, Ford, Kellogg, Goldman, ExxonMobil, Citicorp, Teva, HP, IBM, General Electric, Noble Energy, and overall S&P 500. So S&P 500 is an index, is some kind of average of all the 500 companies share price. Do you know about the share and share price? Any idea about these things? Have you heard about the shares? Have you heard about the stock market?
Yes, sir.
Everybody, I want someone who has not actually learned about the share market and stock and all this thing.
Sir, Umar, sir.
Yeah, you don't have any idea, right?
No, sir. Umar has a great idea about it.
So what kind of idea Omar has?
Yes,
Sir,
sir.
he
Yeah.
has, sir.
So Omar, what kind of experience do you have?
Sir, I deal in equity markets of India.
So you have invested there.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Omar, can you explain very easily? Let's say none of us know what is share. Can you tell us what is actually share?
Share is actually a piece of a part of the company, not completely ownership, but equity kind of.
Mhm.
You
Okay.
want
So what do we mean by share price?
share price is the price at which that share is available in the stock market.
Yeah, price of the available shares in the stock market. Actually, share and stock, these two things are synonymously used. Okay, these two terms are synonymously used. Do you get it? So let's say, can you see my writing?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's say we have a company represented by this room. Okay, let's say this is a company having a window or door or whatever, this is a company. This is a company, and many people actually have invested in this company. Many people have invested. Many people have invested in this company. For simplicity of our example, let's say 100 people have invested in this company. Okay, they have invested in this company. So they are the owners. Am I right or wrong? They are the owners of the company, right? Can you hear
Yes,
me?
sir. Yes, sir.
Let's say there are 100 owners, and each of them invested $20 in this company, right? $20 in this company. So total investment, how much is the total investment? Total investment by owner. How much? Help me. $20 times what?
100.
100. It was $2,000.
1,000.
Okay, 2,000. And each of the 100 owners, I'm sorry that I could not draw 100 owners here. So I'm putting some dots to represent that there are many other. Okay, so each of the 100 owner. Now let us talk about one owner. Let's say this is the one owner, very happy investing in this company. Okay, so let's say this owner has invested $20. Now, can this owner say that he is the owner of this company?
No, sir.
He is the owner of the company?
No, sir.
Actually, he is not the owner of the whole company. Actually, he is the owner of a part of the company. Right or wrong?
Yes,
He is
sir.
the owner of a part of the company. So what portion of the company? What portion of the company? 1/10 or 1/20th or 100th?
100.
1/100 part or portion or share of the company, right? So this guy, being very happy investing $20 in the company is running with a capital of $2,000, but he has not invested the entire $2,000 amount. This guy has invested only $20. So he is not the owner of the full company, the whole company, right? He is the owner of a portion of the company, a share of the company. So what portion or share of the company? Only 1/100 share of the company. So this is why we do not say that this guy hold ownership of the company. We say that this guy hold the share of ownership of the company. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this person holds the share of the company. So this is the word we call share. Sometimes we also call it stock. Okay, sometimes we also call it stock, although there is a very little difference between share and stock, but let us use it synonymously. So this is why we say that this person is the owner of the share of the company. So sometimes this guy, become unhappy with anything, not happy for some reason. Probably this person needs some money or whatever reason. This person do not want to remain the owner of the company, share of the ownership of the company anymore. So what this person can do, this person can sell it to another person. Okay, sell the share of ownership to another person for a market price. Let's say the market price of the share has increased to $22. So what the person can do, the person can sell the share to this person in exchange for $22 and go back home. And after that, this person no longer remains the owner of the share of the company. Okay, so the market where the shares of the companies, share of ownership of the companies are bought and sold is called share market or stock market. Okay, so whenever there is a market of share or stock, in that market, there will be a price, depending on the demand for the company or supply of the share of the company. Okay, so these are the prices, all these are the prices of different months of different company, the share of different company in America. Have you got the things clear? Have you understood the data that has been shown here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, can I clear up all the writing from here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now you know that we have the data of 1st July, 2nd August, 1st September. Sometimes we got 2nd August. The reason is probably 1st August is weekend. On that day the stock market is not open. This is why they have taken the first trading day of the month. Okay, so we have got all these share prices. So how can we actually use a chart to see the share price, to see the movement? That is, how can we visualize the change of price per month? If we want to do that, what we can do, we can select. For example, we want to see the changes of the share price of Kellogg. So we need two information. One is the date, and another one is the share price of Kellogg. Okay, so what we are selecting, we are selecting the first column. So instead of selecting one by one, what we will do? Command Shift down. Okay, and then check one time whether all has been selected or not. Then again, if we want to select another portion of data, keeping the previous one, then we have to press Control and then click. Okay, then Control Shift down. Okay, this is how we have selected the two set of data. One is the date and another one is the stock price on those dates. After selecting that, what we need to do, we need to click on Insert. Then you can see we have the option to start. We have option to create different charts. We have several options. One option is recommended charts. Sometimes Excel will recommend you different types of charts. So if you click here, you will see that they are recommending scatter chart or line chart, or this one is area chart, stacked area chart, clustered column chart, histogram. Different types of charts are there. You can play around, because it is not really possible to show everything in the class. I'm just showing the way. You can click one by one and see how it looks. That is the recommended. But remember, it is recommended by Excel, by the software, and human being is always what? Smarter than the software or more stupid than the software? Smarter, yeah. So I will recommend that if you do not like any one of these, then you can easily select your own. For example, you can decide whether you will take the line chart, or you will take the scatter chart, or you will take the bar chart, or you will take the pie chart, or you will take the combination chart. There are different ways of creating charts. We also have sparkline and so and so. So now I'm going to, because when you are used to, you will be able to easily select, easily decide whether you will take one from the recommended one or not. But for now, I will go for a scatter chart. I will go for a scatter chart. So let me. We can see there are different scatter charts. One is only point, another one is point and also line connecting them. So for now, I will prefer this one. Scatter with
Sir,
smooth.
actually, we're not able to see the drop box, sir.
Oh, that is a problem. Okay, then what I'm going to do, I'm going to share my whole desktop. Then probably you'll be able to see. What happened? Where is the Excel now? Can you see the Excel file?
So we can see a desktop.
So now can you see the Excel file or not?
Yes, sir. Now we can see, including the drop
And you can
box.
also see the drop down, right? Okay,
Yes, sir.
okay, nice. So you can play around, which one is better for you. Maybe you choose one from here. Let me choose one from here. If we choose this one, then you can see very straightforward chart has been created very easily. Or if you don't want, normally we do it when we do not have much time, to spend for choosing the formats and many other things of chart. Now, after creating that, you can also select some pre-formatted, templates. And nowadays, Microsoft Excel has become very, very much developed, I would say. So their formats are very good, in fact. So you can choose any one of them, and then again, you can change the formats and all this thing. Okay, so what I am going to do, I am going to delete this one and then do one from here. Sorry, scatter chart. this one. Okay, let me make it bigger so that you can see the things. We can always resize it, no problem with that. So you can see the chart here. And now what you can do, you can actually you can play around with the things. For example, chart title, we can say only K. So instead of K, what you can do, you can double click here and type in the chart title, monthly
Prices of Kellogg.
prices of, I don't know, KELLO.
GS.
So that you can also format it. I think I don't have to teach you how to format. Make it bold, make it colorful, whatever you like to do, no problem with that. Okay, then you can also click the chart, and if you double click, you should get kind of, where should I put? Okay, kind of formatting option. So for example, fill, you can fill it with a solid color. You can choose the color. Let's choose the gray one, or we can also choose something different like this one. You can also choose gradient formatting. You have so many options here. You can become as much creative as you want to be. I'm not that much creative, in fact. You can have different types of, just showing some examples. Automatic will give the default one. Then make it blue. Border, you can make it solid line, that is a white color. Different types of options are there. Rounded corners, so that it becomes rounded. Then again, you can have a shadow. So many things are there. What shadow of the area, different glow, whichever you like. If you have time, you can do that. But normally, finance people do not have that much time. So many options are there. Okay, that is about the chart area. If you double click the axis, double click on the series of the plot, then again you have different options. Format data series. So you have automatic line color. You can change it, because blue over blue is not that much good. Choose one. Which color do you want here? The color of this line.
White, sir.
White. Okay. Okay. Now you have got white color, but the markers are all still blue. You can also make them white. Okay. Not only that, you can increase the width, more thicker line. Perhaps 2.5 is good. Smooth line. Marker can also be white in color. Different options are there. Arrow type, so and so. Okay. You can also use shadow, something like this. Increase, decrease the shadow. So many things. Okay. You can play around with all these things. For example, the axis title are already hidden because the choice of color is not good here. So what you can do, you can make it white as well. I don't know which one is being the text options. So the color of the text, let us make it white. Now it is visible, right? Or if you don't want to make it white, you can also make it light yellow, or any one of them according to your choice. You can also increase the font. I think you can increase the font. Try to play around all this thing. Reflection, glow, so many things are there. So many things are there. So okay. Now, now you have understood how to change all this thing. After that, let me show you about the color. You can always use some preset colors, and that will change the change different elements of the chart in different presets of colors. Now you can always do that. This one is better, I think. Then we also have quick layout. You know, some for example, in this chart, we only have the series data charted here, but we don't have the legend, chart legend. For example, you can show it here. Let me close this one. Okay, so it shows that shows the you know, indicates what is actually this line representing. So this is a quick layout, although we do not need that. We can have different layouts from here and there. You can use those things. Okay. So I think you have understood. Is that sufficient or not?
Yes, sir.
You can also delete this element. You know, we don't need this one because we have only one element here. And not only that, you can right click on the chart. Right click on the chart, and then you have so many other options. You know, you have to change the, if you want, you can also change it. You can also change it to column, for example. It becomes a column chart then. Okay. You can also right click and change chart type to back to the previous one. Scatter, the one that we have chosen. Okay, you can right click it and choose the data, you know, select data. For example, we have only one data, the price of K. And now if you want to add another element here, you can just click plus series 2, and in that case you can choose this data range. For example, if you want to compare the price with Yahoo, then you can select the Yahoo column. Okay, and then click here. I think the other one has lost. Anyway, let me click OK. So now we have got the data for Yahoo only. Anyway, if you want to add the chart for both, then what you will do? Let us delete this one. And what we can do, we can select both the series of Yahoo and Kellogg together. So let me click. And select. So now we have the date, we have the stock price of Yahoo, we also have the stock price of Kellogg. Okay, now let us do it again. Insert chart, this one. Okay, now let us increase the size of the chart so that it is more visible. Then let us use a preset so that we are not you know, we are not spending more time, rather utilizing our time. And then change the color of these things. We can of course use different colors as we want. We can also add some layout. You know, we can also change the layout of the chart. Instead of this one, let us use this one. Then what you can see, for every data point, the data is shown on the chart, because we have so many data, and if it is shown on the chart, the layout of the chart is not so good. You can see the lines are already covered by the text, so we are not using this one anymore. Let us use this one. So you can see the green one is the Yahoo and blue one is the Kellogg stock price. You can also use other formats. It is going to the right side, so and so. So there are many other options which you will be able to understand after playing around this chart. So is it clear to you? Any question?
No, sir.
No,
No
sir, it's clear.
Okay, now I am because you have already received the file, I'm asking you to create the chart. Maybe how many minutes you need for doing that? One minute or 2 minutes? I will ask the student randomly to show the chart on the screen by screen sharing. So how many minutes do you need to do this?
5 minutes.
5 minutes. Okay. So the time starts from now. It is 5 past 11. So I will come back at 10 past 11 and ask a few students randomly to show the chart on the screen by sharing their screen. Okay. Okay. So at first, I will ask anyone who will voluntarily show the charting. And after that, I will call other students randomly. So any student who will voluntarily demonstrate the charting by sharing his or her screen, computer
Second,
screen. Yeah, please. Please do.
Sir, can you give the permission to share the screen?
Oh. Is it stopping you from sharing? Yeah, I'll give
Yes,
that.
sir.
Yeah, I've given the permission. I have given the permission. Please continue.
So can you see the screen?
Yeah, it is coming.
Yes, sir.
So delete the chart and do it again. Then we will be able to understand
Yes,
how we
sir,
have
yes,
done
sir.
it.
Just give me a second.
So when you show it, also demonstrate, keep speaking so that other students can, understand how you have done it.
Yes, sir. Here I'm going to select, first of all, I'm going to select the date. And also, like if you control shift and then it will be selecting the whole row of the, and then selecting, let me take the colors. So give me a second, sir. So actually it's not working, so I will do another way.
No problem, no problem. Making mistake is a good sign that we are learning. So do not
Yes, sir.
hesitate if you have any problem. So can any student
here
help him how to solve this problem? Yeah.
Sir, actually I'm using the, I have said that I'm using the Linux, right?
Oh, okay. No problem. You can show it in your
Yeah,
own way.
the functions are different. So we are going to select the date and here and also selecting the Walmart's thing, stocks. I have selected all the dates and the stocks of it. Then go on to the image, insert and select chart. As you can, sir, can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen.
I'm in the Dropbox.
Your mic is off.
No, sir, I'm on active. I mean, I have unmuted it. Can you see?
Okay.
I mean, can you see the Dropbox?
Yeah, we can see the graph actually.
Yes, sir. Just give me a second. Just unlock it. So here the graphs. On the y-axis it is taken as the stocks, and on the x-axis you can find the dates of the different years. And here's the this dots represent the stock price of at different dates of Walmart. And if I need to change the graph style, then I can click on it and right click on it and go to the edit. Then
Actually,
I can
we can.
once. Sir?
Okay. Do no problem. Yeah.
Yeah, once you click on it, edit option, you can get a chart type once again. In that I can get as if I'm using Linux, I can then find different thing in Pi and bar everything. So let me see. Let me show you in how it looks in Pi. I think you can find this, right, sir? Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, can you see me that I'm actually showing it in pie chart? I mean, the different stock prices.
Mhm.
Can you see me? Can you see it? I mean, the different colors represent the dates on and also dates of
Yeah,
the
yeah,
stock
that is
prices.
a pie chart.
Yes, sir. And also, actually, it had an option of stocks, but it's not represent. I mean, it's not showing that how it looks in stocks, sir. Only, I mean, I can get only scatter in this that only an X and Y. I don't know that Y is not the function is not working.
Okay, no problem.
Sorry,
So
should I add anything? I mean, add another data.
it's fine. It's fine. Very good. So we will go to the another student.
Yes.
Thank you very much. So any other students, any other student wants to show it voluntarily?
Sir, I can.
Yeah, please.
Sir, is my screen visible?
Yeah, it is visible.
Yes, sir. So I prepared the chart for Ford and SP 500. Do you want me to redo this, sir?
Yeah, please redo it.
So first I selected the date, that is through Control Shift and down
Can you
arrow.
keep your video? Can you keep your video on? And
Sure,
also, share the whole desktop. Otherwise, we will not be able to see the dialog boxes.
okay, sir, just a second. Sir, is it visible now?
Yeah.
Okay. So first, I've selected the date column with Control Shift and down arrow. Then by holding the control, I can select the next column that I want to choose. So here I'm taking Ford, and then the same Control Shift and down arrow. This column is also selected. Then press Control and select another column. Then I'll select HPQ, Control Shift and down arrow. So I've selected 3 columns here. Now go to Insert. Then any graph that you want to choose, I'll go for a line or a pie chart. No, I'll go for line. And then I'm selecting this first figure. So the chart is created. Just enlarging it. So I want a title for this chart. So I'm selecting here and I'm giving this a title. Monthly stock prices of Ford and HPQ. So this is the title I gave for my chart. And yeah, I can change. This is the graph that was created for Ford. Blue line is Ford, as you can see here. And HPQ is this orange line. This is the stock prices, and these are the different dates along with the months and years. So I can change the chart type to anything that I want here. Go for a pie chart. So that's changed.
Actually, in this type of information, pie chart is not that much suitable. Good that you can change it to pie type.
Okay.
Maybe you can change to another type.
Okay, so
Like area. Yeah, you can also choose the area.
okay, so let me go to area. Sir, I think Ford is getting overlapped with.
Yeah. You can also move it, back and forth. You can right click and probably, can you see if you right click what options come?
So when I right click, there are just the dots that are visible. So like,
Can you click on that right click again?
no, so nothing. It's not helping.
Okay, can you right click on the, yeah, now can you right click? When the dialog comes?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay, then can you right click on the legend? Actually, below you can see there are two boxes, green, blue box, click on the blue box, or yeah.
No,
Can you
sir.
right click on it? Can you right click on it?
No, sir, it's not helping.
Okay, if it is not suitable, then you can choose another one.
Okay. So I think the lines and scatter are far better. Yeah.
Okay, no problem. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Prof. Now anybody voluntarily wants to show? I think I should also call one or two students randomly, right? So what about what about Jahnavi Reddy?
Yes, sir.
Can you show it very
Yes, sir.
quickly? And I will ask another student after this randomly. And after that, we'll go for a break. Yeah, it is a very nice one. So delete it and redo it.
Sir, can you see my chart?
Yeah, I can see.
Okay. So first I choose date and control shift down arrow. Just a second, sir.
Okay, let me help you. You have already selected the date, Control Shift down arrow.
Yes, sir.
Now, okay, please do not click anymore. If you click, then it will be deselected. So can you go up? Okay, Control Shift down arrow. Then go up without clicking.
Sir, can I help her?
Yeah, please.
Janvi, click Control Shift and down arrow. Yeah.
Yes.
Hold Control and then select the row that you column that you want to select, any company. Go up. Don't leave the control arrow. Oh, you left it. Fine.
I did it, sir, but now it is not coming.
It's
No,
okay.
no.
You can also speak in your own language instead of English if you want to help her.
Just hold the control and then go up. Yeah. Now select any company you want to select. Yeah. Again, Control Shift down arrow.
Probably you have forgotten to press Shift.
Yes, sir.
hold
Now
the
actually you
control.
can do it very easily. Just shift down right arrow, then it will select the next one.
Yeah, I did it.
Yeah. Now you can go and insert.
I will choose another one.
Okay, no problem. I think you need a little more practice. Okay, don't be nervous. You can do it again later. Okay.
Somehow I did this, sir.
Okay, no problem. Okay, now I'm going to ask another student. Please try again, after the class.
Yes, sir.
It will be very easy. Making mistake is a very important step of learning. Now, don't worry about that.
Okay, sir.
So I'm going to ask Sandeep Roy.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, can you show, making the graph very quickly?
So can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see.
Yes, sir.
ఏ
IBM. Okay. Okay, great. Thank you very much.
Yes,
So
sir.
students, we can have a break. Do you want the break or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes,
let's have a break for about 15 minutes. Then we will come back.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Okay, students, I think you are already back to the class. Now what we are going to learn is we have actually learned the sorting and filtering in the last class, right?
Yes, sir.
We have already learned the sorting and filtering in the last class. So today we are going to do it, a bit in advance. That is conditional sorting or filtering. In doing that, what we will find, we will try to extract the subset of a data given a condition. Given a condition. We are going to do that, right? So let me open an Excel file, a new Excel file, not the previous one. Let me share my screen. I'm sharing the whole desktop because otherwise we will not be able to see the dialog boxes. So this is the new Excel file. Let me increase the, let me zoom it. in. So let's have a kind of hypothetical database like what we have done before. I have already deleted that one, so I have to do it again. Let's put about 25 values. 25. So it can be the country, easier for me. India, Nepal, Bangladesh. Then what else?
Manipur.
Country.
Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka. And different other countries, right?
Afghanistan.
So we will copy randomly. Just creating a hypothetical database. And let's say we have the cells in different countries. Ours is a multinational company, and we have different amount of cells. Don't worry about this one. Run between. Just I'm trying to take the random values. Control V, then values. Okay, so these are the sales amounts, perhaps in dollar. Okay, and we can have another information like months of operation. For how many months we are in operation in these countries. Let's say starting from 2 months to 34 months. Oh. Just have the random values. These are the titles, so let us make it bold and underlined. Okay, now what we can do, we can of course do the sorting and filtering like before, but today I want to show you some criteria. Let's say we want to find the cells. We want to find the cells in India. Okay, we want to find the cells in India. So what we can do, we can go to the data. We can go to the data, and then we can, instead of clicking filter, we will click advanced filter. Okay, we will click copy to another location so that we can get the results in another place. So list range will be the range of the data, range of all the data. So what we are going to do, we are going to select this portion. Okay, so we have got, now criteria is here. This is the criteria. The country will be India, and the result will be copied to, let's say, starting from, because we have 4 columns, so we'll need 4 columns. Okay, let's say, so let us increase to a high number so that as many numbers necessary it will be placed. Okay, so if we click OK, then you can see all the records, only the India, all the records having this criteria, country equals India, will be filtered and copied to another location. So let us count how many Indias are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 India. And you can see here, we also have 4 India. Serial number 1, 8, 18, 21. 1, 8, 18, and 21. And we can see that the sales amount 81,000. Then number 18, 43,000. So you can see we can very easily take the subset of the data based on a certain criteria. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
So this is how you can use the advanced filter to extract the data that is necessary, that is needed for your analysis. Not only that, you can also impose multiple criteria. You can also impose, let's say we recreate this one. I have not done it before, but let me do it now for you. So I'm deleting this one. Better to delete all the columns from here so that everything is clear. So now let us write country India and Bangladesh. We have got two countries in the list. 2 countries in the list. Now let's see how it works. So again, go to data, advanced filtering. List range is from A1 to D26, A1 to D26. It is okay. Criteria range, we have got F1 to F2, but now we have another one here. So either we can select the whole criteria, or what we can do, we can just type 3 so that all 3 are counted. And then if we click copy to another location, then we can actually click here and show the range. We need 4 columns, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we will put like 100. So we will, the reason I'm typing 100 is, Excel will automatically take as many rows as are needed, but we are giving a very high number so that there is no limit. Excel do not find the scarcity of number of rows. Let's see what happened. Okay, now you can see we have got both India and Bangladesh here. Do you understand? So it is giving the 2 countries data depending on this criteria. Now
Sir,
again,
I have
yeah.
a doubt. So here, India and Bangladesh are put together, right? So if you want to sort out in a way like India first, then followed by Bangladesh.
Okay, then you have to sort it here. Sort it from here. You can sort here. You can do a separate sorting as we have done before. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Just like what we have done in the last class. Okay, now I want to add another dimension of the criteria. So let me delete this one, these columns, and add another criteria. The country will be India and Bangladesh. Not only that, we also have another criteria, that is, we will only take the data where we are working for more than 10 months. Okay, more than 10 months. Okay, so we can write here greater than 10. Do you understand? So we will filter the data that are only for India and Bangladesh and is operating for more than 10 years. Is that okay or not? So now let us go to data and advanced filtering. Then again, the same thing, A1 to D26, A1 to D26, it is okay. criteria range is F1 to F3. And now what we will do, F1 to G3 actually, okay, F1 to G3. So either we can type or we can select the range. I don't know whether it will work or not because we have one empty. Let's see what happened. Copy to, and I put up to 100. Okay. Yeah, it is working. So you can see we have the records of only India and Bangladesh. And we have the data where we are supposed to get the data of greater than 10. So let us examine, for India, we have got 18 months, for India, we have 11 months, and for India, we have 18 months. So probably because we have kept the Bangladesh portion empty, so they did not impose any criteria here. Okay, so what I would like to do, I would also place the same requirement here, greater than 10, and then do it again to see if it works. Delete. Are you understanding or not?
Yes, sir.
So now again, advanced. I will put up to G3 is okay. Copy to the 4 columns we need. Okay. So now you can see it has taken only the records which also, the first criteria is country, only India and Bangladesh, and the second criteria is only the India with operation of more than 10 months, and for Bangladesh also more than 10 months. Now let us examine. I think it has excluded the record of India number 8. You can see here it is only for 3, that is not greater than 10. Okay, so it has not been included in the filtered table. Do you understand? And in case of Bangladesh, it has taken only number 16. Number 16. Yeah, this one, only number 16. So what about the other Bangladesh information? You can see it is only for 4 years. Number 20 is only for 4 years, less than 10. Then number 23, 6 years, less than 10. Number 10, less than 10, 6 years. Months, 6 months. And number 6 also less than 10. Number 3 also less than 10. So these are the reason those entries are not taken. Those are filtered out. Do you understand? Any question? Any question? Students, do you have any question?
No, sir. No question.
No, sir.
So have you really understood, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now after filtering, we can also create a graph as we have shown before. Like we can select the cells and country. Then not only that, we can also take the months. I don't have to show it again. In fact, you can do that, but still we can show it on the graph. Something like this, or maybe a different one. Change the chart type to there are different types, like this one. But in this case, actually, making a chart is not so good, because you should take the total of India and the Bangladesh, or you can take only the monthly data of particular. So making a chart is not always useful, if you want to make a chart, it has to be meaningful. It has to be meaningful. So we will learn, later on we will learn some functions, and after learning that, we can make use of those functions to make a meaningful chart. For example, from these data or from the filtered data, we can calculate the total of only India. We can set a criteria that give me the sum of the cells only if the country is India. Okay, then we will get the sales by country. We can also get the sales by range of months and so and so, and then we can create the graph, and we can visualize the data in a meaningful way. Okay. So now is the time for you to go for an exercise. You already have the textbook, right? I have already sent you the textbook. Have all of you received it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'm going to show it on the screen. What you need to do. I will make the breakout rooms and the groups will be formed randomly. Okay, and the group of the students will discuss together to solve the exercise on page number, starting from page number 696. Okay, 696. So in doing this exercise, you will use the same Excel file that I sent you via WhatsApp at the beginning of the class. Okay, so in this case, let us look at exercise number 1. The file for this exercise gives 10 years of monthly stock prices for Microsoft and the S&P. In fact, you have got the stock price for many companies and also S&P. Have you not got that? Have you got that or not?
So the page numbers are different, I suppose.
Sorry, I don't understand.
I think the page numbers are different, sir, because we don't have that.
The data or the book?
In the book, sir.
Yeah, it is the same book that I'm using. I have sent you the soft copy of this book during the last class by WhatsApp. Have you received it? Okay. For the soft copy, the page number is 711, and on the printed page, the page number is 696. Can you go to page number 711?
Yes, sir.
Have you got it?
Sir, the one which you sent is different from the one which you're showing on the screen.
No, I have sent 2 books. Have you received 2 books?
No, sir, we just got one book.
We just got one, sir. We didn't receive 2 books.
Oh, I see. No. Before the name of the book starts with GZ, right?
Yeah, you only
Yes,
sent
sir.
that.
But
You
before
didn't.
that, I have also sent one starting the name 3.02. Can you go up and see in your WhatsApp?
It's not there. Sir. Oh, yeah. That is
course outline.
course
sir.
outline. Sir.
Oh, then I forgot to send this one. Okay, I'm sending it, no problem. Sending it right now. Sorry about the confusion. Okay, the name of the book will start with BM. See if you have received it. It is about 68 megabytes, so it will take a few minutes, I think, 1 or 2 minutes at least. It's on the way, don't worry. Have you received the book?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Okay, open it and you'll see it. Go to page number 698. And you will find the exercise. 696, sorry. The PDF page number is, I think, 711, and the printed page number is 696. Got it? Got this page or not?
So it's downloading, sir.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
68
So,
MB.
yeah, okay. By this time it is downloaded. Please open the Excel file that I have sent by WhatsApp today and see if you have got the data or not.
Sir, you mean the graph one?
Yes,
Yeah, I mean, we got the data also. Sir.
you also got the data, right?
Yeah, I
Okay.
mean, like we worked on the graphs, right? On the same sheet.
Yeah, the one that we have used to draw our graph today.
Yeah,
Same
we got
file.
the data also. Yeah,
So
we
in
got the
that
data.
file, you have the data of 10 years of monthly stock price, just of so many companies, number of companies, and also S&P 500. S&P 500 is the market. Okay, anyway, so you have received the price data. Now you are required to graph the price so that the resulting spreadsheet looks like the following. Okay, so I think you have already done that, right? Have you done that or not?
Yes, sir.
Already you have done this during the class.
Yes.
So you don't have to do number 1. Okay, what I want you to do is number 2. So for number 2, what you will do, probably you will copy the worksheet. Okay, by the way, I have not taught you how to copy the worksheet, right?
No, sir.
Okay, let me show that before I ask you to do. Can you see this file? Can you see the Excel file?
Yes, sir. We can.
Yes, sir.
So all the data are actually on a sheet called page 686. So they have named the sheet as page number 686. You can always rename the worksheet name. Right click on it and click rename, and then you can put page -686. Nobody will stop you from that. Okay, you can always rename it. Not only that, you can actually select multiple worksheets by pressing Control and click. If you press Control and click, then multiple worksheet will be selected. You can see here that I have already selected how many worksheets? How many worksheets have I selected just now?
2 worksheets, sir.
3, sir.
3 worksheets have been selected here, right? If you want, you can also select another one, the 4th one, by pressing the Control key and click. So you can see now I have selected 1, 2, 3, 4 worksheets. Okay. Now, if I right click on any of the selected worksheet, like right click on this one and then click hide, then all the selected worksheets will be hidden. Okay, can you see the worksheets anymore?
No, sir.
But they are actually there, but it is hidden. So what you can do, you can click on any worksheet and right click and then click unhide. Okay, now there will be an option to unhide which one. You can select any one of them and click OK, and you can unhide one by one. Right click, unhide, another one, OK. Right click, unhide, another one, OK.
Sir, can't we unhide altogether?
I don't know. I don't know any way of doing that. I have always been doing in this way. Actually, even if you press control and click, it does not allow you to select multiple, while unhiding. So okay. Then again, click unhide the other one. Okay. You can see we have unhide all the worksheets now. Okay. Do you understand? So this is how you can actually select a group of worksheets, by pressing control and click. You can do that. Now, another thing, if you click any one of the worksheet out of the selected one, then the grouped worksheet will be deselected. Okay, only one worksheet will be selected. Okay, let us select the third one and the fifth one. Now, after the two worksheets have been selected as a group, then you can click on any one and drag it to the end or anywhere, to move them together. So remember which worksheets I have selected: 687 to 690 and 691 to 94. So I have dragged here and release it, and now you can see all the two worksheets I have moved to the place where I have moved it. Have you understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is how you can actually change the location of multiple worksheets. Now, how to delete a worksheet? Select any worksheet or a group of worksheets. Like I'm selecting the adjusted close and right click on it and delete. Okay, then the whole worksheet with all the data will be deleted. It is gone. Okay. Now, if you want to delete multiple worksheets, select this one and perhaps this one, control click, and then right click on any one of the selected and then click delete. Both the worksheets will be deleted. Okay, so this is how you can do it. Now I'm undoing the deletion. Probably we cannot undo it. Don't save, then I will get the original one back. Okay, we have got it back. So what we will do, now we will, so what we learn is after deleting the worksheet, we cannot get it back actually. Anyway, so if we want to make a copy of a particular worksheet, let's say we have all the sales data here and we don't want to have any effect on this worksheet. So what we can do, we can select this worksheet, right click, and then click move or copy. Okay, then we'll be able to copy it. So we have to click create a copy, and then we can click move to end. So what will happen? A copy of this worksheet will be created at the end. Okay, at the end. So you can see we have got a copy of the clone of this worksheet, page 686, page 6862. So we have got a clone of this worksheet. Okay, now we have original data preserved here, but we can work on this worksheet without affecting the original worksheet. Okay, this is the advantage of copying the worksheet. So now what I will do, I will show you how to keep only the required data, because we need only the Microsoft data. So let us delete all the unnecessary data. That will not create any problem because we already have the original worksheet preserved. And we will also delete the other companies except the S&P and Microsoft. S&P and Microsoft. So we have got the Microsoft and S&P. This is how you can actually work. So So can you see the book now? Can you see the
Yes,
book
sir.
now? Okay. So now in number 2, you can see that you have to sorry for the interruption. So in number 2, you need the date, you need the Microsoft price, and you need the S&P price. Not only that, you have to calculate the return of Microsoft and return of S&P. So what do we mean by return? Let's say in the last month, the price was 100, and this month the price is 120. So what is the percentage change? 20%. So we have to calculate that. How to calculate that? Let us go to the Excel file. I hope that you can see the Excel file, right?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So I am writing that this is price, and then this is return. So how to calculate the return? Remember, you cannot calculate the return for the first month. You have to do from the second month. So the return of Microsoft and S&P. So here, keeping the first one empty because you don't know the previous month value, it will be equal to the price of that month divided by the previous month minus 1. Okay, then enter. So you get the return. It is minus 3%. You can see the price has decreased. So it is minus 3%. Now you do not need to type the formula again because it will change relatively. If you drag and copy, then you will get the, you see the calculation C6 divided by C5 minus 1, then it is okay. And also we can see the price has increased a little bit and it is positive. So what you can do, you can select these two and drag from the corner, when it becomes a narrow plus sign, drag it from the corner to the end. And you get the return data. Now, the same calculation will be done for the whole 10-year period. You don't have to do it again and again and again. Okay, this is how you can calculate the return. So you can see here they have done the same thing, but remember, we did not convert it into a percentage. We can do that very easily. Now let us go back to the Excel file. Already the calculations are selected. So now what we can do, we can go to the format. You can see percentage style. So this is just about style. So click the percentage style, and not only that, because it is showing only the whole number as a percentage, but we have numbers after the decimal. So what we will do, we will increase the decimal point up to 2 points after the decimal, 2 digits after the decimal. So we have got the values of the return. Okay. Now what it is asking is to graph them, graph them by date. You have to make a graph by date. Can you do that? Okay, I was thinking to ask you to do, but I'm doing it myself. Anyway, Command Shift down arrow. Then again, Command click, Command Shift right, Command Shift down arrow. Now the data has been selected. Now insert. The textbook is asking you to create a line graph actually. So what you need to do, you have to click, I think, scatter with the line. Okay, scatter with the line. I prefer this one. Okay, click this one, and you can see we have got the series. Do you understand or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is how you can actually create the chart. You can of course use the different formatting. I'm not going to discuss that anymore. Different types of formatting. So this is how you can do exercise number 2. Then you can also transform it into another format. Like in this graph, actually, it is very difficult to compare because if you start from the August 2004, Microsoft and S&P had different value of return. Microsoft had 3.93% negative and S&P had plus 3.8%. Okay, so if you go to the textbook, you will see that it is asking you to calculate the normalized price. That means kind of index, assuming that the first value is 100, first value of both of these two are 100, then how they are increasing and decreasing. So if you want to do that, you have to recalculate. You have to calculate the index value again. Okay, so what we will write here, normalized price. Okay, so how to calculate that? We have to assume 100 for both. Let's say the price of Microsoft was 100 in July 4, and also price of S&P was 100 in July 4. Now, what will be the value of August? The value of August will be the July value times the rate of increase we have actually observed. The rate of increase is this one. Bracket close, enter. And same thing, we just copy, drag and copy, and recheck whether it is okay or not. So you can see it is I5, that means this one, times 1 plus 0.38%, that is F6. Okay, so we have got it right, enter. Now what you will do, you will drag it down by pressing shift down arrow until it reaches the bottom, shift down arrow, and shift up arrow for adjustment. Now Control D, so it will be copied down and the formula will be adjusted accordingly. Okay, so now we can create another chart for this one. So for doing that, let us select Command Shift down, then again Command click, Command Shift right, Command Shift down. Okay, so our needed values are selected. Then again insert, chart, scatter with smoothed line. Okay, now we will bring it down, and let us try to use a different formatting, a little bit different formatting, with different color perhaps, and increase the size to match the previous one. Later on we can change the chart title and other things. I'm not showing this one. So in this case, you can see that we have started with the same value. We have started with the same value of S&P and Microsoft, and then we can see how they have increased and decreased. So this graph is more meaningful than the previous one. Do you understand or not?
Yes, sir.
So I'm showing you all the I'm showing you the exercises so that you can do all this thing at home. You should do it again at home. Perhaps I will ask you to demonstrate in the next class randomly. Okay, so number 3 is done. Now let us do number 4. Exercise number 4. So exercise number 4 is very interesting. You have you are given an equation, a function of x, a function of x, and you have to draw the graph of this one in Excel. So let me copy the equation first. Okay, I will create a new sheet. Actually, this is not depending on the values of these worksheets. So I will create a new worksheet and write down the equation. Let me increase the size. What happened? Excel is betraying, I think. Okay. So let me write down the relationship. The equation. Can anybody tell me what is the equation? Y is equals to what?
Y equals to ax cube.
X cube. Okay.
Yes, sir.
X
Minus 2x square.
minus 2x square, then
Plus x minus 16.
plus
X minus
x
16.
minus 10. Okay. So this is the equation, right?
Yes, sir.
ax cube minus 2x square plus x minus 16. This is the equation. Now, they are saying that the variable a can take on a variety of values. The value of a can be different, but for this example, the value is 0.4. Value of a is 0.4. Now you have to make a graph of this function. Okay, now you have to make a graph of this function. So let us write down the value of a. Value of a equals 0.4. So what we need to do, we need to take different values of x, and see what will be the value of y. Then we will be able to graph the equation. So that is x and this is y. Now let us take arbitrary values of x starting from -10, then -9. I think Excel will automatically fill the series. We'll take up to 10. Okay, we have taken up to 10. Okay. So these are the values of x's. Now the value of y. Now the value of y can be written using this formula, Excel formula. So value of y is equals to ax cube. That means a is this one, right? A is this one, and we can actually lock this cell so that when we copy the formula, it does not change. Okay, so what we will do, we will press a $sign before B and $sign before 2. So this is the code that tells Excel that you will always take this cell. You will not change this cell when you copy the formula. Normally, when you copy the formula, Excel changes the cell reference relatively. But if you lock using the $sign, it will not change it. So the value of a is in B2. So we have selected B2 times x cube. So x is this one. Cube means to the power 3. Okay, minus 2 times x to the power 2 plus x minus 16. So please look at the formula and try to compare it with the equation given. Is it correct or not? Everyone, please tell me if it is correct or not.
It's correct, sir.
So only one student have responded out of the 50 students.
Yes,
What
sir,
about
it's
that?
correct.
Is it correct? Are you understanding?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I'm pressing enter and we will get the value of y when x, the value of x is minus 10. Now I'm dragging down from the corner and we will get the value of x for different values, sorry, value of y for different values of x. Let us see if it matches with the textbook. So when the value of x is 0, value of y is minus 16. Yeah, it is correct. Again, in the textbook, they have shown when the value of x is minus 3, value of y is minus 47.8. Yeah, it is correct. So we have got the values of x's and values of y's. Now what we need to do, we need to select the range containing the value and also its title. Then go to insert, and then we can of course take the recommended one. You know, we have different formats here, but I will show from the, you know, if I were you, I will always go, I will always use the shortcut. Anyway, so we can go to the scatter. Remember, you know, instead of taking the line chart, you should take the scatter, because scatter actually, you know, capture the difference of values consistently. Difference of values consistently. So what we will do, you will select the smooth line, otherwise the line will be like zigzag, you know. So to get the smooth graph, we will select this one. And now you can see we have already got this one. Which one do you prefer, black or blue?
Black, sir.
Black, okay. Or maybe this one, or maybe this one. No, anyone you like. Okay, so this is how you got the graph of this function. Now, you know, if you change the value of a, you will see the magic. You know, instead of 0.4, let us put 0.5, enter. Does it change or not? Does it change or not?
Yes, sir, it changes.
Yes. So I have made a little change. Let us do it. Let us write a equals 2.5. 2.5. Now see, it has got a bigger change. So it will depend on the value of a, definitely. The graph will automatically change. So that one is also done. Then what else? Number 5. Okay. The companion website, okay, spreadsheet with monthly rainfall. We don't have the rainfall data yet. Create the graph shown below. I think you can do it very easily, no problem. I think you can do it very easily. We don't have the rainfall data here, unfortunately. Do we have it? No, we don't have it yet. No, we don't have it yet. Okay, we don't have the rainfall data. Okay, no problem. Can you do this or not?
Yes, sir, we can do it.
So if you are given the rainfall data, definitely you can calculate, you can do the graph, just like the share price data. I don't think that you will have any problem. It is even easier than the previous one. So what you will do after this class, you know, try to practice all the things that we have discussed today, that I have demonstrated today on your own. You know, the sooner you practice, the better you learn. If you keep it for today and if you practice tomorrow, by this time you will forget so many things. Okay, so try to practice it as soon as possible, you know, after the class. Do you get me?
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now I want to show you some more important things. I have already told you that Scatter plot is always better than the line chart. No, see the comparison. If you look at the values of x's and y, the x values are not equally distributed. It is 0, 6, 8. So the difference between 0 and 6 is 6. Difference between 6 and 8 is 2. Right? Difference between 8 and 15 is 7. So unequal differences. But in a line chart, it considers equal difference, 0, 6, 8, 15. So it is not proper. So if you want to get a proper graph, you will have to use scatter plot. So scatter plot is using the same data set, but giving the right interpretation of data. Right interpretation of data. So XY chart, XY scatter plot is always better than the line plot. Another thing I want to tell you is how to create the chart title that will change automatically. That will change automatically. For example, in this graph, our chart title is only Y here, right? So let us delete this one. Let us delete this one. So we don't have any chart title anymore. Let us select the graph and chart design, add chart element, chart title, okay, above chart. So we have got a chart title here. Now what we can actually do, we can press equal, then delete and select the cell A1, enter. Sorry, it's not working. Anyway, let me try it again. Chart element, title options. This is the formatting. This one, okay. So here, if we give a, okay, let us select it. So deleting the things in the name field, let us click A1. Okay, then click OK. So you can see whatever we have in the cell A1 will be shown as the chart title. Okay, so actually, actually we want the chart title to be automatically updated. So how can we do that? If we want to do that, we have to use a kind of formula, text formula. We will learn about the text formula later, but still it is not so difficult that if I show you, you will not understand. It is very easy. So let us do that. So but after selecting the graph, then we go to chart design and then go to select data, and we have the name of the chart. So here what we will do, we have written sheet 2 A1. It will contain only the equation. Then we will type and, then we will give one space within the quotation mark, then again and then click the B1 cell. Not only that, again we will type and we will say, we will click A2 cell. No, sorry, we want to write when. We want to write when, but before when we need a space. Comma, space. comma, space, when let me do it again, because whenever you are pressing arrow, it is changing. So the name of the chart will be, at first it will be the equation, then and space, and within the quotation. So that is a new text. Then again and means it will combine these two. Okay, this one, then again and, quotation mark, comma, space, when. So this is the portion of text. Okay, when the space, quotation ends, and value of A, we are just linking the cell, is equals to already given, and space within the quotation and this one. Then press OK. There is a problem in the, normally in this type of long formula, we always have a problem. Okay. Okay. Select data, cell A1. Let's see if it works. No. No, it will not work. Okay, I will show this in the next class. I need a little practice of doing this because I do not do it very frequently. But the thing is, if you write, you can always write like this, the graph of equation. Let us copy the graph. So if it is there at a time, then you can do you can always use it very easily. Go to the chart design, select data, and under name, delete whatever is here, and then select the cell containing the title of the chart. Okay, so in that case, you will get the title of the chart very easily. Whenever this cell contains the title of the chart, it will be displayed as the title of the chart here. Of course, you can always type the name of the chart, but referring a cell is always useful because whenever needed, you can just change here and it will automatically be updated here. Okay, got it? Got it or not?
Yes, sir.
In the class, yeah. So how the chart title can be dynamically updated, I will show that in the next class. Please remind me, okay, in the next class.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I will give all these files in a. I think I will give you a link to the Google Drive folder. Where the files will be uploaded, so that you don't have to follow different link in different classes. Normally, you will get the class recording in the same manner like the previous class, but all other files will be available in the Google Drive link that I will provide to you through the WhatsApp. So can you tell me how do you get all the resources of other courses?
Sir, Moodle.
Moodle, right?
Yes.
Okay. So in Moodle, what do you get? Only the class notes or any other thing?
I mean the class notes and the presentations, I mean the PPTs.
PPTs, but in this class we really don't have that many PPTs because it is a very practical class. So the recording is more important, and I will also share the Excel files, in the Google Drive folder. Will that be okay with you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if you have any question.
So are you going to share the recording with us?
Yeah, just like the previous one. Have you received the previous class recording?
Yes, sir.
Do you get the recording of
sir.
all other classes?
No,
No,
sir.
sir. Only yours.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you get the recording of all other classes?
No, sir.
No, sir, it's
No,
only
sir.
your class recordings that we get.
Okay, no problem. That is not a matter, but I was just trying to see, and also because I'm teaching you from a different country and I'm not really a full-time faculty member of your university. So let me know if you are missing anything, if I'm missing anything, and if you are having any issue with me. Okay, please let me know in advance so that I can deal with that issue. Okay.
Sir,
Any
you
problem?
said you'll share the notes to, no. Sir, you said you'll share the notes to Google Drive, right?
Yeah, I'll give the link to the Google Drive, and you can always go to the Google Drive link to find any class material. And in this course, actually, our class
Sir,
material,
your voice is breaking.
most of the cases, the class materials will be Excel files. Okay, and more important is the class recording, because in the you will follow the class recording and you will do it by yourself. This is the way you will learn. So, okay, I think that is all about today's discussion. If you have anything to say, you can continue. Otherwise, I will end the session.
Nothing, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. I will see you in the next class. The next class is going to be on Wednesday, right? Coming Wednesday. That means it will be on. Let me know if you have any public holiday or any other thing, let me know in advance, because I don't know. So probably the next class will be on 25th of August, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
See you on that day.
Thank you, sir.
And don't hesitate to contact me. The students are always welcome to contact me. You have got my number, so you can use WhatsApp for talking to me, for disturbing me. No problem. I will love to be disturbed by my students. You can also call me. But remember, if I do not receive the call, don't hesitate to call again, maybe after a while. Sometimes I may remain busy with other classes or other affairs. So, I will be happy to receive your call and talk to you if you have anything to discuss with me.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.